2, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, test 1, 2. Test 1, 2, test 1, 2, test 1, 2. Whew. We've saved the longest away day for last, and what a battle we're about to witness between two sides hell-bent on promotion. This may not be the final meeting of Coventry United and Marchtown United this season, with the playoffs semi-finals set for 7 days' time. But their route to the promised land is still to be determined. A point for the Red and Greens was set up a semi-final at the Nick Newbold Stadium against Ayleston Park. Victory there would also prepare the Red and Greens for a home final. But of all places to come for a vital result, Robin Goodfellows Lane could well be the toughest. Let's get this show on the road, live on CUTV with commentary from Liam Cook. Terry Anderson welcomes Cody Mullen back from suspension in one of 3 changes from Wednesday night's close run triumph over Bugbrook St Michael's. Charlie Shaw renews his partnership with the former Nuneaton favourite in midfield. Danny Fraser reclaims his starting role on the left from Harry Sawyer. It's a quintuple switch for the Hares this afternoon after a bread and butter 3-0 victory at relegated Oadby. Lil Francisco and Danny Emmington are recalled to the back line. Midfielders Liam Hook and Dan Cotton are reinstated in the centre, and Rio Henson adds a little spice to the attack. Marshall, Green and Brumby drop to the bench. Good evening, good afternoon, hello, good morning, wherever you are listening from in the world. Welcome to Coventry United TV. We're back. The commentary is back. We didn't, unfortunately, have the opportunity to provide live commentary on Wednesday night due to an equipment failure. But we're all sorted now and we're ready to go for this blockbuster final day clash between Coventry United and Marchtown United. The two sides were set to end their seasons last week, but the original fixture here at Robin Goodfellows Lane was cancelled due to the rather rainy winter weather way back when. But it's a lot drier and a tad warmer in Cambridgeshire this afternoon. Coventry United need just a point to cement second place in the United Counties League. Victory would take them to only 4 points behind champions Nuneaton, who are playing Boston in the United Counties League playoff final. It's a different playoff. It's the two sides who won the North and South divisions, so nothing really riding on that one. With the proper playoffs, they start on Saturday. But who will Coventry United face? It's either Marchtown United or Ayleston Park. If Coventry United lose this afternoon, they could well welcome March to the Nick Newbold Stadium this time next week, but only if Aviston can better Coventry United's tally. Let's take you into your starting lineups, kicking off as we always do with the opposition. This is the Hares starting lineup. Marchtown United, number 1, Jonah Gill. 2, Lila Francisco. 3, Captain Jack Saunders. 4, Liam Hook. 5, Danny Emmington. 6, Cavan King. 7, Dan Cotton. 8, Matt Foy. 9, Toby Allen. 10, Ben Tate. And number 11, Rio Henson. Substitutes for March. Number 12, Reuben Marshall. 14, Sam Green. 15, Adam Brumby. 16, James Hill Seekings. And number 17, Evan Watkins. And for Coventry United this afternoon here at Robin Goodfellows Lane, number 13, Dan Moore. 2, Jimmy Richardson. 3 is Danny Fraser. 4, Shay Palmer. 5, Adam Miles. 6, Luke Downs. Number 7, Cody Mullen. Number 8, Charlie Shaw. 9, Ryan Harkin. 10, Benji Anamarco. And number 11, Cameron Dunn. On the bench for the Red and Greens, number 12, Harry Sawyer. 14, Icon Abdul Rahim. Number 15, Billy Fielding. 16, Lewis Wilson. And number 17, back in the squad, Omari Brown. We're expecting the players very shortly here at Robin Goodfellows Lane. And, well, Marchtown United are one of the very few clubs at Step 5 who have a proper mascot. And as you can imagine, it's a hare. Not entirely sure what it's called, but it's great for the kids, isn't it? And everyone at Coventry United would like to extend our congratulations to Frank Lampard, Doug King and everyone at Coventry City on last night's titanic battle with Blackburn Rovers, earning the Sky Blues a place back in the elite of English football, the Premier League. It's been 25 years. Congratulations to the Sky Blues. As a Coventry City fan myself, last night felt good. But it's all about the red and green side of the city. Red and green, of course, the civic colours of Coventry. It's all about Coventry United this afternoon. Let's take you through the full-time scores in the Championship. Derby 1, Oxford 0, Millwall 2, QPR 0, and this is the big one for Sky Blues fans. Portsmouth 1, Leicester 0. Leicester are just a couple of weeks away from surefire relegation. They surely can't get anything out of it now. They've got two massive games against Millwall and Hull at home. So really, they've got to win all three of their remaining matches. In League 1, Barnsley 2, Bradford 2, and Bolton 3, Huddersfield 3. And in League 2, Barrow 1, Walsall 3, and Swindon 2, Accrington 2. The full-time score in the Premier League early kick-off, Brentford 0, Fulham 0. Players lining up in the tunnel, and here they come. Coventry United in their changed attire of white and purple. Marchtown United in amber and black. And it looks like the players are preparing a guard of honour of some sorts. We've not been informed about the Guard of Honour beforehand. It looks like a member of the Marchtown United coaching staff receiving a hero's welcome here at Robin Goodfellows Lane. And there's three members of the Marchtown United starting lineup who are walking through there, including Liam Hock, Dan Cotton, and now the lineup proper takes place. Well, it is the final day of the regular season here on CUTV. It's a day where successes are rewarded by the supporters. Their adulation is given to the players who have made them dream, made them laugh and cry over the last 9 months. What a season it's been for Coventry United. It started off in iffy manner back in July, August, September. It looked like Coventry United's dreams of promotion would have to wait for another year. But since the return of Terry Anderson in November, Coventry United have been the form team in the league. But they are coming up against the strongest home defence in the United Counties League Premier Division South. It's the best defence versus the best attack, so you can guarantee it's going to be a 0-0. Respectable attendance here at Robin Goodfellows Lane. We're in the main stand, one of the oldest stands in the country. And we've got a lovely platform here. Unfortunately, the last time I was on this platform, Coventry United lost 5-0. That was about 4 years ago when Carl Nolan and his very young Coventry United side came to Cambridgeshire. It didn't end well there in searing heat in August. It was a ridiculous temperature back then. A lot cooler today, so the sun cream can stay in your sports bag. Again, we do apologise, we couldn't bring you coverage of the Bugbrook game. It wasn't the most exciting of fixtures, I've got to admit. But a crucial 3 points. The first goal, we believe, was scored by Cameron Dunn, was eventually awarded to Ryan Harkin, so Harkin getting 2 goals. And if my maths is correct, and it very rarely is, Ryan Harkin is on 34 goals for the season. It's been a long time since a Coventry United player has scored that amount. He's played 50 times in Coventry United colours this season as well. So a massive season for Harkin. And Ryan Harkin is going to lead the front line here at Robin Goodfellows Lane. It's Coventry United kicking off from right to left in the white and purple, the colours of their main sponsor, Noat Transport. They'll be back in red and green this time next week in the playoff semi-final at the Nick Newbold Stadium. The question is, will it be March or will it be Ayleston Park who stand in the red and green's way of the final? Now remember, if United can gain a point today, not only will they face Ayleston Park in the semis, they will have, if they get there, home advantage in the final. It's all to play for here at Robin Goodfellows Lane, and we are now underway. Ben Gianmarco chasing that early ball down the right-hand side, hooked along the left flank by the Hares number 5, Danny Emmington, at the expense of an early Coventry United throw-in front of the home technical area. It's been shoved a little further down line with Jimmy Richardson taking it. Adam Marco's up for their header. Hook gets his bounce on it. Matt Foy on. Henson flicks it around Jimmy Richardson. Richardson gets body between player and ball and sees it back to Shea Palmer. Long ball towards Annie Marco. Emmington once more. Scoots up by Charlie Shaw. Headed clearance by Lil Francisco. Adam Marco. Cameron Dunn was waiting for it to forward his feet, but Francisco ensuring he didn't get that chance. Cody Mullen back in the starting lineup after that 2-match suspension for 10 yellow cards. Most of them falling with Coventry United, in fact. Played safe and all the way back home to Dan Moore, the former Worcester City shot stopper, and closed down by Toby Allen and forced into a hasty clearance, curling out on the left-hand side. Throw into Marchtown United, good early pressure from the Hares number 9. Cavan King with ball in hand, ready to launch it into the penalty area. It is King. United stacking men back. Will there be enough? It's flicked on by Charlie Shaw or towards Ryan Harkin off the chest of Francisco. Jack Saunders, the skipper. Henson, the target. It's off the chest of Henson, but couldn't keep him in the confines of play. Just stepped over the white line halfway into Coventry turf. And we will endeavour to keep what's going on around the ground. There is still promotion and relegation to be determined. Oadby are down, that's all finished. But Bugbrook and Yaxley have their survival at stake. There's Anna Marco, runs that through ball out. So the only game we don't have updates on really is a game that doesn't really matter. Oadby against Lutterworth. Oadby already down. Lutterworth finishing mid-table, so we can forgo that one. Bugbrook at home to Ayleston Park, who are guaranteed virtually to finish in 6th place. Histon still have a mathematical chance, but the goal difference isn't in their favour. Cody Mullen going from long range. That strike was never on. Elsewhere, Daventry take on Northampton Sowerby Rangers. Easington Sports host Atherstone Town. Now that is the one we're going to keep our eyes on. Coventry just have to match Atherstone's result, and they will get second in the league. Elsewhere, we've got Nirvana against Histon and Yaxley against Amesbury Rovers. Slip by Saunders on the halfway line, but nothing doing. No harm done for March as they send it back with Jonah Gill. Gill taking his time. Some big changes from Marchtown United this afternoon. 5 changes from the 3-0 victory against Oadby. Back where it came from by Dunn. Here's Ryan Harkin. Switches play towards Benji Adamarco. Saunders got his toe to it first. Headed back into relative safety by Matt Foy and into the hands of Gill. Emmington. For Toby Allen. Nodded across his own backyard by Adam Miles. Allen It's just behind Tate. Francisco. Now it's with the veteran Liam Hook. To Allen. We're going to put it into the path of Hook. The United backline all over that one. Mullen heads through for Charlie Shaw and tried to launch it over the back line for the on-rushing Benji Adamarco. Emmington just too tall. And the offside flag raised against Rio Henson. And, well, it was probably a good job of Coventry that it was raised, because there was a collision on the right-hand side of the area there. Jimmy Richardson tangling with Rio Henson, and Henson has still been left in a heap. And it's taken him a while to get back to his feet. We'll let you know what's going on in the Premier League as well. 2 matches in the 3 o'clock kickoffs. Leeds against Wolverhampton, a relegation 6-pointer. And Newcastle against Bournemouth. And there's already been an early goal in the Championship. Bristol City lead Norwich by 1-0. Middlesbrough not playing tonight. And Millwall have already won their game against QPR, so it's really persona non grata for Coventry City in terms of the Championship. They've already got promotion, they won't win the title. The free kick towards Adamarco. Cushion header for Luke Downs. Liam Hock curtails the move. Fired down the right wing by Dan Cotton. Miles, was he fouled on the way through by Allen? Referee says nothing doing. Allen in! And Ben Tate going to get a clean of contact. And on the deck, Shea Palmer, whilst holding his knee, is still able to swivel and smashes out on the near flank. And is the physio going to be needed? Coventry United being held together with super glue and duct tape at the moment. There are quite a few injuries in the United squad. Suspensions as well. Chris Cox and Stan Dube unavailable this afternoon. Nona Hemi Azazi, Eva. Charlie Faulkner also out injured. Palmer's back on his feet and he prepares for this long throw from Cavan King. It's headed out as far as Cameron Dunn. Francisco edges away from Harkin. King. Heavy first touch from Jack Saunders. They fall kindly for Hook. Downs in the way, now the chase is on down the wing. It should trickle over the line. In fact, no, Cavan Kings is going to have to clear it and slices it out onto the roof of the stand. Thankfully, it fell just short of the 2 young girls in front of the stand there. That would have been a nasty collision. And Coventry United, level with the penalty area, have the chance to launch it in. There's not as much room on this side of the field as the right-hand side due to the barriers being a lot closer to the pitch. At the head of Adamarco. Bounces over Richardson in midfield. Henson can't bring it under control for March. Dunn, Harkin, flag stays down. Ryan Harkin trying to get free. Forces the slice to the right by Cavan King. But March felt that Harkin was battling for the ball in an illegal position. A lot more room on that wing for Jimmy Richardson to take this throw. It's over Adamarco. Dunn tries to keep it alive. Rio Henson as the game ahead tears breaks out. Heavy landing for Shea Palmer, but he's done enough. And Richardson, hopeful cross, bounces towards the keeper. Jonah Gill had to be awares, but no one home for the Red and Greens within the 16-yard box. Placed onto the deck by Gill. The only thing that March have riding on this game is to prevent Coventry United playing them in the semi-finals. If they lose this game, then they'll be playing Atherstone Town at the Snake Pit on Saturday. They're thrown deep into their own backyard. Cavan King. King along the flank, flicks off the head of Adam Miles. Headed clearance by Palmer. Miles up for the seconds, as is Allen. Sent high into the sky by a fit again, Danny Fraser, after suffering that fractured arm against Lutterworth. End-to-end headers. Mullen. And a deft header back by Emmington, and Adam Marco runs straight through the goalkeeper. Referee doesn't give the foul, but Gill had enough on it to ensure Adam Marco didn't have a chance to mop up the seconds and claim an easy goal. And Luke Downs with an aerial attack towards Ryan Harkin, bounces too close to Gill. Allen. And what a dive in that was from Adam Miles. Dan Cotton looking for the cross from the right. We've had 9.5 minutes here at Robin Goodfellows Lane. Marchtown United 0, Coventry United 0. Live coverage here on Coventry United TV on YouTube. King. Easily gathered in the near post with a head of Adam Miles. Cameron Dunn will prevent the throw-in. But hands it on a silver platter to Dan Cotton. It's past Hook. And past King, rolls into the corner and bounces off the corner flag. Luckily, Cameron Dunn is there to take over possession for Coventry. Flicks off the shoulder of Francisco. And again, Adam Marco closing down Gill, and again forces the error. It's a whip to the right-hand side, and United have a throw-in just shy of the area. That high line is paying dividends in the early going for Terry Anderson's men. Greetings to Tonya and Roy, who are tuned in. The throw is nodded away at the near post by King. And Luke Downs dipped into the hands of Gill. First ever on target after 10 minutes. Allen. Cotton going head-to-head with Miles. Luke Downs in there too, and it flicks out off the chest of Cotton. Coventry United throwing in their own backyard. I mean, Charlie Shaw was protesting the throw-in, even though it had been given to his side. The referee is going to halt play here as Cameron Dunn is getting rid of his Under Armour. The temperature has risen somewhat since kick-off. Bright blue skies. So maybe you will need that suntan lotion if you are out in the sunlight. Miles. Francisco leaping behind Adam Marco. Another throw in on the halfway line down the right wing for the away side. Adam Miles. Marco can't find a teammate with that header. Here's Tate, scrambling through a congested United midfield. Hits his own player in the back there, does Dan Cotton, but gets it back from Hook. Fraser sticks a leg out and prevents the through ball. Fraser again. Emmington's got to get this one right, and he doesn't. Ryan Harkin sneaking in from behind, it's just it back to Gill. As Emmington tried to control it, invited Ryan Harkin in. Shaw taps it to the left, and Jack Saunders retrieves for the Hares. There has been a goal elsewhere. We'll let you know about it once this passage of play has ended. It's done. Luke Downs. Floating ball towards Ryan Harkin. Racing through the midfield. Has he taken it too close to the centre circle? Yes, he has. It's snatched away by Tate. On the late slide by Cotton as he let the ball run loose on Benji. Adam Marco is brought to the whistle by the referee, and that goal has come in the game between Bugbrook St Michael's and Ayleston Park. Ayleston Park lead by 1-0 through Teo Tucker. As it stands, Bugbrook are going to be relegated today. They need to win that match to have any chance of overtaking Yaxley, who at the moment are still drawing 0-0 against Ainsbury. Towards Fraser, flicked off the head of Cody Mullen, wants the corner, and he'll get it. I think Kevin King getting the final flick. Goal in the Championship, and it's not good news for Leicester fans. Preston 0, West Brom 1. Josh Madger with the goal there for the Baggies. So Leicester's days going from bad to worse. It's Cameron Dunn on set-piece duty. Towards Adam Marco, who's being held on the way through. It's not back into Miles, clear as far as Shea Palmer, and Palmer. Good slide in by Saunders. Adam Marco looks to whip it back in off the head of Hook. Adam Marco. And there's a collision in the area, tripped by Saunders, penalty Coventry United. Tangling with the legs of Benji Adam Marco. The skipper caught short by the scintillating pace and acceleration of the United number 10. Right in view of the man in black. Well, Cameron Dunn was denied a goal he thought he'd scored on Wednesday night. Ryan Hagen just getting a toe to that one. Will he be denied from the spot? He has been denied. Jonah Gill guessing the right way and just able to bring it to a safe stop before it crossed the line. It remains goalless at Robin Goodfellow's Lane. We almost can't believe it. Dunn has been deadly from 12 yards as of late. Oh, but Gill nearly giving it away in a very dangerous position in the area with Cody Mullen launching his body towards him. Coventry have got to pick themselves up now. They did well to earn that penalty. They've got to keep the momentum going and hit the scoreline in open play. Here is Cameron Dunn, and the referee is going to stop the game as there's a potential head injury for Rio. Is it? No, it's Lil Francisco. In fact, no, it isn't. Third time lucky. It was actually the number 8, Matt Foy. For some reason, it looked like number 2. Ignore the commentator. We don't always get it right. The drop ball is at the feet of Luke Downs. Adam Marco chasing, and Gill like a shot out of his 6-yard box to gather. 17 minutes gone now here in Cambridgeshire. March 0, Coventry United 0, but the Red and Greens have had a penalty saved by Jonah Gill from Cameron Dunn. Hook goes all the way home to Gill. March have looked a tad shaky at the back line and haven't had the opportunity they would have liked at the other end of the field. Luke Downs finds Mullen in the centre circle. He's got Adam Marco to his right, Harkin to his left. Ignores both of them and goes through to Cameron Dunn. Charlie Shaw's onside, one-on-one, just patted away by Gill. And out off Cameron Dunn. The whip down the right-hand side hits the back of the United number 11 from Dan Cotton. And a big goal in the Premier League. Leeds 1, Wolves 0. James Justin with the goal. And that could send Spurs into a downward spiral that they may not recover from. They're throwing on the halfway line for Marchtown United. Remember, Coventry United, that is, just need a point to finish in second place. And with that, confirm that for every match they play in the playoff final, in the playoffs, they will be at home. Downs brings it down. Dunn, smashed off Hook. High one along the wing by Danny Fraser. Harkin sees it coming all the way. Cushion header back into midfield. And Cody Mullen into more space in the centre with Charlie Shaw. And Richardson's running onto it. Takes it too close, one-on-one to Saunders, the skipper. Emmington switching the play to Lil Francisco, with Harkin lurking menacingly behind him. Cotton scoops it onto the chest of Hook. High one from Hook. Chest controlled by Adam Miles, and no doubt Danny Fraser was going for the ball there, but missed the ball and hit the chest of Dan Cotton. Referee feels it's not enough to give the free kick, and there's been another goal at Ellen Road just 2 minutes after the first, and it's 2-0 to Leeds United against Wolves. Francisco, aimless strike into the sky. Claimed mid-air by Allen. Cotton. It's intercepted by Downs. Cameron Dunn. Calvin King sticks his laces through that one. Palmer, overhead kick attempt by Cody Mullen. Ennington again. It's like a kicking game in rugby at the moment. Neither side really wants it. And sent down the skewer of the park by Shay Palmer straight back to Joe McGill. The Hares #1. And there's been a big goal elsewhere in the United Counties League Pro Division South. It's Easington 1, Atherstone Town 0. So at the moment, Coventry United can afford to lose against March and still finish second. Remember, Atherstone have to win their match to have any chance of finishing above the red and greens. So as it stands, March will be taking on Atherstone in the semi-finals at the Snake Pit. Be a throw-in on the right-hand side of the air for Coventry United. Good build-up play again. Seem to have the better of possession at the moment, moving a little more fluently than their hosts. And Henson heads it back into his own area, and Calvin King forced into a defensive header over his own crossbar. Will be a corner to come from the left side. Charlie Shaw to take a chance with a set-piece routine, something that Coventry have really been working on recently. It nearly curled all the way in. A goal kick it will be, but a little more curl on that one, and Coventry United could have been celebrating the opening goal. Richardson misses with the header. Henson doesn't. Drag on the shoulder on the teenage right back. Coventry United not awarded the foul, but they are awarded the throw-in. Tangling with Henson there, two young wide players. So it's the captain, Luke Fuller, who scored the goal for Easington. Harkin caught offside. So as it stands, Coventry United, no matter what happens here, will finish in second place. Gill, Francisco kept it in momentarily with their header right on the line, but it's just skews to the other side of that white line, and Coventry United, just down line from the box, had themselves another throw-in with the number 8 Charlie Shaw grasping the ball. Finds Fraser at left back. Return to sender, rolls off the thigh of Charlie Shaw. He's kept it in, but Francisco, whoa! He sets Charlie Shaw over the advertising boards. And Shaw, man enough to laugh it off. Oh, we're over halfway through this first half here at Robin Goodfellows Lane. 23 minutes gone. March 0, Coventry 0. The Battle of the Uniteds at Robin Goodfellows Lane. Battle of the playoff semi-finalists as well. That's all to come. This time next week, the semi-final will be at the Nick Newbold Stadium. We're waiting to see who will play. At the moment, it will be Ayleston Park at 3 o'clock on Saturday. Mullen. Can't find Cameron Dunn with that lofted ball throw, and it will be just in front of their own area for Marchtown United. But Coventry with that high line, always a danger from these positions. throw from King. Miles leaps above the rest. Cotton onto the seconds. Here's Tate. Hooks it away from Downs. Volleyed firmly by Palmer. Francisco, little hand on the back on Ryan Harkey. Keeps it away from King. And Cameron Dunn and Liam Hook getting a little too closely acquainted. And Liam Hook hitting the ground in an off-the-ball incident with Cameron Dunn. Harkin, over a kick by King. Hook's back into the action. And they're going to need him. United are on the assault. Cameron Dunn is in there, as is Cody Mullen, who got the slide in. And Henson will sprint away. Through the centre circle he goes. It's short of Allen. Brought to the feet of Danny Fraser. Reinstated to the team after that fractured arm suffered against Lutterworth a month ago. Here's Cameron Dunn, and he's fronted that ball beautifully for Benji Anamarco, and the first touch just too heavy under the pressure of Lil Francisco. Goal kick for Marchtown United. And there's been another goal in the game between Easington and Aviston. Listen to this, Red and Green Army. Easington 2, Aviston Town 0. Charlie Pye in the 26th minute. So as it stands, Aviston have got to get 3 goals to overtake Coventry United. And that's without Easington scoring again. So March will be playing Aviston. Barring a remarkable comeback, Coventry will get Ayleston Park. Charlie Shaw, high one towards the area, no one home for the Red and Greens. The pace on the match has just slowed down somewhat. I wonder if the players have been told about the situation at Addison Road. Emmington. Benji Anamarco handball claims, referee doesn't want to know. Bouncing through the midfield onto the head of Luke Downs. Shaw, a little nudge from behind, sends him to his knees, and a bit more of a nudge from Jimmy Richardson. Oh, and the ball's just been thrown in Jimmy Richardson's face. Terry Anderson and Luke Morton less than impressed. They feel it was violent conduct. The referee doesn't agree. But the free kick comes to nothing anyway. Straight across from one side to another, throwing on the near flank for Coventry United now. Danny Fraser. It's Harkin. Intercepted by King. Saunders. Sending Henson on a one-man mission down the left flank. Hooked upfield by Palmer. Cushion header by Richardson. Miles will deal with it. Sent deep into March territory, and Francisco will let that one go for the goal kick. And Daventry have taken the lead in their match against Northampton Selby Rangers through Jackson Bedford. Nothing riding on that one. It's down the middle by Gill. That aerial battle won by Downs, but it falls to Francisco at right back. Cameron Dunn launching his way in. Will he keep it in? He will, marginally, shoulder to shoulder with Francisco. Now the throw-in is given belatedly by the official in the other half of the field. Good eyes to see that one. King. Fraser's having a sterling match. Putting it mid-air. Shaw. Barged off it by Matt Foy. Hook. Danny Emmington looking left. And a bit too far left for the captain, Jack Saunders, bounces into the Coventry technical area, housing Terry Anderson and Luke Morton. Adam Marco. Mullen's got options in the area. Francisco into the path of Ryan Harkin, who was already heading for the pitch. If that ball had got to a split second earlier, Harkin would have had a much better opportunity to convert. He did well to get the effort away in the first instance. For a throw-in halfway into Coventry territory now with Adam Miles. Starting alongside Shea Palmer with the suspension of Chris Cox. Harkin heads through. Only amber shirts available. As well as an orange one in Joe Nagill, whose penalty save ensures it remains goalless as we head towards the half-hour mark. Gill's delivery off the head of Miles. Harkin outlet from behind by King. Forge is possessed by his opposite number 8, Charlie Shaw in the centre circle. Lovely pirouette by Adamarco to keep it away from Liam Hook. Shaw just behind Mullen, but he deals with it and brings it to feet. Richardson through ball for Mullen. It's a beautiful attacking play from Coventry United. Can Mullen find anyone? Stings the gloves on the near post of Joe Nagill. And Saunders ends that particular chapter of Coventry United prowess. Richardson bounces in front of Benji Adamarco. Saunders header. His handball claims from United fall on deaf ears. Francisco. And Fraser ensures that's a attempted pass by Cotton. Will bounce straight out for the throw-in. 5 yards shy of the halfway line. Francisco again. Plays it into no man's land, and good positioning on show from Luke Downs to ensure it comes back to the red and greens. Dangerous ball played across his own defensive line by Danny Fraser, just shy of Toby Allen. And Palm with a hit and hope upfield, too close to the keeper. Playing out from the back with Cavan King. Emmington, Hook. March look content. Coventry United certainly aren't. Cameron Dunn got there as King was about to release, throw-in only. Level with their own penalty area. Francisco, hand in the back by Cameron Dunn. Bread and butter free kick for March. Short one taken between Francisco and Dan Cotton. Cotton's got it back from Tate. Under pressure from Dunn. And that pressure has paid off. Luke Downs sent it out for the goal kick via Tate. And Dan Moore, who's not had to make a save thus far, will take a goal kick and finally get some action. King. Shaw got the momentary header on it, but it's brought back by Foy. Adamarco, and again Coventry United incensed that the free kick's been given against them. There was a hand in the back by Adamarco. Was it enough for Foy to hit the deck? That's on a postcard on that one. And the skipper, Jack Saunders, will hope to get his team on the front foot, but really the first time this afternoon. King. Cushion header for Tate. And Allen, there was a little tangle in the area, but both Tate and Miles stayed on their feet, and it trickles over the line. Goal kick, Coventry United. The pace in this game, the intrigue has just somewhat faded over the last 10 minutes or so. So a reminder of the scores elsewhere in the United Counties League Premier Division South. Bugbrook 0, Ayleston Park 1. The result of that, if it stays as it is, will mean Bugbrook are relegated. Daventry 1, Sileby 0, Easington 2, Atherston Town 0. That's the one Red Green fans are keeping their eye on at the moment. Nirvana 0, Histon 0, March 0, Coventry United 0, of course, and Yaxley 0, Amesbury 0. So not a lot of goal scoring action in the first half at step 5. Mullen. Cameron Dunn chases that through ball. Calvin King with nowhere to go, just sticks it onto the stand roof again. Coventry will have themselves a throw-in level with the penalty area on the left wing. In fact, Charles Jordan's going to take a little further down line, so United have a bit more room to breathe. Shaw. It's the feet of Anamarco. Dinks it into the centre of the park, and Shea Palmer. And Miles' passing ability is legendary. Can he pick out another pass here? It's past Francisco. Anamarco hoping to get there first. Francisco forced to the line. And Anamarco got the last touch as he stuck a boot in. Respite for the Hares. Closing in on half-time here on CUTV. Make sure you tune into the second half, starting at 4 o'clock. Get yourself a glass of something cold as well. It's a weekend for celebration for most Coventry sports teams. Richardson wrestling for position with Henson. And in that exchange, Mullen snatched it. And Mullen felt that there was an arm in there from Saunders. Referee is not in agreement. Goal kick only to March Town United. It's ironic that the two of them are wrestling there. Of course, it's WrestleMania tonight. Ten to go until the break. And there's been a goal at St James's Park. Newcastle 0, Bournemouth 1. And the goal coming from Marcus Tavernier. Championship, Wrexham have taken the lead at home to Stoke, and West Brom still lead at Preston in a relegation dogfight, which is really going against the likes of Leicester and Oxford. Hook. Space out wide for Allen. Flicks off the heel of Adam Miles, and the strike from Foy hit his own player, Rio Henson. Limited attacking opportunities on March so far this afternoon. They've got to make better use of them. Throw from Francisco to King in their own backyard. Miles will let that one fly back to Moore. Dan Moore trickling his way out of the box and sending one skyward. Anamarco's waiting for his swap wings of Cameron Dunn and launched into the back of Saunders. Linesman given the free kick on the far side of Robin Goodfellow's lane. The free kick is easy pings on the edge of the area for Fraser. Header by Matt Foy, throw in front of the away dugout. Coventry United with a bit of a patchwork side at the moment, with players out through injury and suspension. But they have got a 5-man bench in Sawyer, Abdullah Rahim, Fielding, Wilson and Brown. Marks trying to escape their own end of the park. Coventry United shutting the door on them. Miles. Here's Shea Palmer. Allen putting a little pressure on the back line. We've not seen enough of that from the Hares. Miles. It's too central for Danny Fraser, but the seconds may fall kindly for Cameron Dunn. Avoids the slide of Hook. Adamarco. Fraser, crossing opportunity. Cushion header at the near post by King for the corner. 6 minutes of first half play remain. Respectable crowd here at Robin Goodfellows Lane, enjoying the sun. Shaw once more. Towering header out by King. Luke Downs first the seconds. Deflected off Tate. Sent back in by Danny Fraser. No one home. Bounces into the path of Saunders, the left back for March. It's too much power behind that lofted ball from the Hares captain. Dan Moore gets the red and greens rolling again. Palmer. Here's Adam Miles to Shaw on the left flank. Interception well made by Lil Francisco. Hook. Scuffs it to Foy. Henson. Richardson steps in. He plays a 1-2 with the skipper, Saunders. It's Rio Henson. Low drive in for Ben Tate. Back to goal. Turns into shooting position now. And Liam Hook ready to hit it. It's Hook! And tipped over the bar. Dan Moore called into action for the first time this afternoon. And there was no rust on the number 1. Last 5 of the first half. Can March edge themselves in front? And Moore was there. Who got the last touch on that? Well, Dan Moore was left in a heap. There was a crowd of white and amber at the near post. Moore came out, somehow ended up on the roof of the net. But Moore, at the very least, winded in that exchange. Hopefully it's nothing more than that. Coventry don't have a substitute goalkeeper in their squad because the number 2 at the moment, Lucas Bailey, is sat to my right-hand side. Really was amazing to see Lucas play for a couple of minutes against Easington. Shout of England's number 1. Whether they were justified or not, you'll have to watch the highlights for that one. And talking of the highlights, the games against Easington and Nuneaton have both got over 1,000 views, so thank you very much for your support. Closing in on 1,700 followers as well, so keep subscribing if you haven't already. Let's get us up to 1,700 before the end of the season. Here's Hook. Cotton onto Foy. Threads it through the middle for Francisco. Got it caught between his feet, but has enough in the tank to beat Cameron Dunn to it. And now Henson. Easily gathered at the near post. Dan Moore quickly back in the action. Hook lurches in on Cameron Dunn. Francisco collects the loose ball. Allen. Looking about well here, March. Growing in confidence in the latter stages of the first half. Hooked in by Hook. Couldn't pros over the head of Jimmy Richardson. Henson waiting behind. Shaw caught unawares by Adam Marco's dink. The clearance bounces into the 16-yard box of Dan Moore, who'll pick it up and quickly lay it on the deck. For the stand-in skipper, Shea Palmer, Chris Cox still suspended. It's the 3rd match of his ban. And Harkin and Cameron Dunn, if he got that first touch right, he would have been straight through. The bounce takes it to the near side, throwing level with their own box for Marchtown United. 2 minutes of normal time remain. And there's been another goal in the game at the set. Bugbrook 0, Elston Park 2. That surely seals doom for the Badgers. Bugbrook are heading down with Oadby. It remains 2-0 to Easington against Atherstone Town. Shaw off balance. Foy back to Gill. Unchallenged header in centre circle by Richardson from the clearance. Gets it back from Cavan King. Jimmy Richardson, the CUTV man of the match against Bugbrook. Couldn't find a white shirt, and now March looking to take advantage. Adam Martin Shawley won't have the capability. An awkward bounce at the back, and Benji Anamarco! Surely a free kick. He sent it into the back of the net with a neat finish. The ball was there to be won, but Gill just got there first. And Gill and Francisco less than impressed, and a shove in the shoulder by Benji Anamarco, and Coventry United have got to be careful here. They cannot afford to lose any more players to suspension. Hopefully calm heads will win the day, and now Cody Mullen and Jack Saunders getting in on it. Well, there will surely be cards, but what colour is the question? It's Anamarco who's called over first, and it is a yellow card for the United number 10, the man who won the penalty in the early going. Well, there was more back and forth and a game of tug of war in that exchange. And it looks like Anamarco is going to be the only man to be booked. Shea Palmer pleading his teammate's case, but I think the referee's got that one spot on. Whether there could have been further punishment for the likes of Saunders remains to be seen, but I don't think Anamarco can have too many complaints. We are now into added time. We've not been informed how much there will be. The only real stoppage was that little melee in the penalty, so I'd say no more than a minute. Allen misses with their header. Hook receives down line from Cotton. Now Toby Allen, Ben Tate. Will Foy get their head of Downs? No, he won't. Sent to the right by Downs. Anamarco, who got the last touch. It looks like it's gone all the way through from Luke Downs. Anamarco was appealing that Saunders got a little nick on the way through. Referee doesn't agree. And Danny Emmington's up for the throw in from centre back. Cavan King pushing up there too. Only Francisco and Saunders in relatively defensive zones. And Emmington is trying to take a couple of yards too much from that run up. Referee pushes him back, metaphorically at least. Emmington. Miles wins the day. And Fraser latches onto the through ball, sends it high into the sky for Cameron Dunn along the left flank, shoulder to shoulder with Francisco, and Francisco gets the job done. And it's job done in terms of the first half here on Coventry United TV. The Red and Greens had the chance in the early going to convert from the spot, but surprisingly, Cameron Dunn's effort was saved in a real shock for the Red and Greens. But elsewhere, Addison Town are losing by 2-0. Even if Coventry United fall to defeat here at Robin Goodfellows Lane, barring a sensational comeback from the Adders, the Red and Greens will finish in second place. But there's another 45 minutes to go here on Coventry United TV, live from Robin Goodfellows Lane. Don't go anywhere. Half-time score, Marchtown United 0, Coventry United 0. And we're back for the second half, live on Coventry United TV. Commentary from Liam Cook here at Robin Goodfellows Lane. We're about to start the second half. No changes from what we can see at the moment. Let's take you through the half-time scores in the United Counties League Premier Division South before we get going. Bugbrook St Michael's 0, Ayleston Park 2, Daventry 1, Sileby 0, Easington 2, Atherstone 0, Leicester Nirvana 0, Histon 0, and Yaxley 0, Amesbury 0. So as it stands, Bugbrook St Michael's are going down. Coventry United will finish second, with Atherstone Town third, Marchtown United fourth, and Ayleston Park fifth, which means it will be Coventry United versus Ayleston in the semi-final and Atherstone against and in fact, there is going to be a change for the home side. Let's see the shirt number of the player coming on. Substitutes board isn't active, unfortunately, which makes it a tad more difficult for the commentator. And it is... here we go, it's the number 11 coming up, that's Rio Henson, and he's been replaced by Ruben Marshall. So Marshall on for Henson in what we believe is going to be a straight swap, and Henson actually did come out for the second half, but is now limping back to the dressing room. So it looks like a very much last minute change for the Hares. Henson was ready to go, but it looks like a potential hamstring problem for the number 11. Best of luck with his recovery. But now it all comes down to this final 45 minutes here at Robin Goodfellows Lane. Coventry knocking from left to right in the white and purple. The Hares in their amber and black. An immediate frame for Coventry United, quickly taken by Jimmy Richardson. Adamarco, sandwich between Tate and Saunders, somehow found his way out, looking for the through ball towards Cody Mullen. We nearly had a repeat of Wednesday night when the Red and Green scored within a minute of the second half kickoff against Bugbrook. Ryan Harkin with his second of the afternoon, as it turned out there. And Charlie Shaw was looking for a route down the left-hand side, deflected out off Francisco back onto Shaw. It will be a throw into March, midway into their own half of the field. The highlights of this match will be available tonight on the Coventry United TV YouTube channel, so make sure you're subscribed and have notifications on so you're notified when the video goes online. It's the best way to keep up to date with our videos this season. We'll also be talking to a member of the Coventry United management team, most likely Terry Anderson, and a member of the Coventry United squad. And official details of our playoff semi-finals will be revealed tonight on the social media pages at Cov United on Twitter, or X if you're a millennial. It's a long throw coming up from Emmington. King is in there, a chance to strike, takes it in there too. And Coventry United crowning out the Hares. Richardson goes to the ground. Was there a little trip from Ruben Marshall? Richardson seemed in some pain. The referee quickly rushes over to the teenage right back. They do have Harry Sawyer on the bench if he's needed. Richardson seems okay. Looked like a blow to the head. And it has been given as a free kick, not a drop ball. In fact, now it is a drop ball. The referee has changed his mind. It is going to be a drop ball to Coventry United. It's immediately picked up by Dan Moore, sporting a fresh trim for this weekend's match. Saving shots and looking good doing it. Marshall down line. Saunders drifts to the other side of the white line via a touch from Jimmy Richardson. Throw in for March as they enter Coventry United's half of the field. Saunders to Hook. Back to Saunders. Mullen muscling in. Ben Tate. Last touch coming off. Luke Downs just shy of the penalty area. Another throw on the left flank for the Hares. They know they will finish in fourth place. They can't go higher. They can't go lower. With Coventry United results elsewhere putting them in a pretty position. This would be their 7th draw of the campaign, and it will be their 3rd 0-0 of the campaign as it stands. It's a long way to come for a blank scoreline, but Coventry United have worked so hard this season. They'll just be happy to get 2nd place. Handball claims against Miles as it's well dealt with by the chest of the centre-back. Sent down the middle of the park, out comes Gill, well out of his area. Errington stayed up. All good bounce for Foy, but he will take over for the Hares. Matt Foy in the space down the right-hand side for Dan Cotton. It just edged away from him out for the goal kick. An update from the Premier League match. Probably scores, I should say. Leeds 2, Wolves 0, and Newcastle 0, Bournemouth 1. As they are now about 5 minutes each into their 2nd halves. Adamarco putting pressure on Lil Francisco. Francisco nowhere to go, has to send it skyward out for the throw-in halfway into Hares territory. At this stage, there's nothing really riding on this match, but both sides want to give their supporters something to celebrate this evening. Fraser, more height than distance. It's falling towards Ryan Harkin. Towering header by King. Charlie Shaw juggles it. And now Cody Mullen with venom flies past the far post. Five gone in the 2nd half here on CUTV. Marchtown United 0, Coventry United 0. Coventry had the chance to take the lead from the spot through Cameron Dunn, but it was saved by Jonah Gill in the early goings of the 1st half. And since then, both sides have had opportunities, but nothing massively clear-cut. Gill. Adamarco leaping like a salmon onto that one. Dunn beaten mid-air by King. Hook. Quick interplay. Cameron Dunn steaming it on Saunders. Richardson runs over it. And Cameron Dunn, tad too forceful on Saunders. And Richardson, his leg was caught by Jack Saunders now. And oh, Richardson. Jimmy Richardson letting his frustrations get the better of him there. Jack Saunders using all of his years of experience to draw Richardson into that situation. And now the March fans are starting to get involved. Charlie Shaw being dragged away by Ryan Harkin. The officials are consulting. Coventry United could be without Jimmy Richardson for the semi-finals if this goes against the away side. There will be a card, there's no doubt about that. What colour will it be? Referee calling over the teenager. Chance of off. And it looks like they're going to get their wish. Jimmy Richardson is dismissed. And Coventry United are down to 10 men. And that will spell the end of Jimmy Richardson's season. And a real shame for the vibrant youngster who has made a real impression in red and green. Harry Sawyer is already stripped off and ready to go. The red and greens will play the remaining 37 minutes with 10 men after Richardson lost his cool. It's in by Emmington. Adam Miles with a towering header. Now Harkin. Adamarco. Can Coventry triumph over adversity once more? It's what they've done this season through that incredible FA Vars run. Their comeback to the playoff positions and the offside flag raised against Cameron Dunn. Harry Sawyer still awaiting his introduction. He will come on to the right side of the fence where Luke Downs is currently stationed. And here comes the substitution for Coventry United, the first of the afternoon for the Red and Greens. And it is Luke Downs making way. Harry Sawyer drafted in at right back. Surprised not to see him in the starting lineup. He has been filling in on the left side in the absence of Danny Fraser. Fraser now back in the starting 11. But with Richardson's red, Coventry left with no other option, and a very dependable one at that. Gill. Mullen did well to gather that one mid-air. Headed down by Lil Francisco. Adam Marco brings it back to Coventry under control. Out to the left and Ryan Harkin. Adam Marco gives chase. King should see it out. In fact, sends it out off Adam Marco. Goal kick for March, and another match ball is going to be needed. Taken short by Gill to Emmington. March can smell blood in the water. They've started this second half stronger than the Red and Greens. Adam Miles called into action with Cotton looking for a route in on the right side of the area. Throw in for the Hares. Long throw from Emmington. At the shoulder of Mullen, handball claims, referee rightly so does not give the penalty. Saunders will watch that clearance bounce well out of play. Here's Gill. Over Allen, and that will be handball against Ben Tate. Bounce up onto the lower arm of the number 12. In fact, it was Ruben Marshall, the number 12. Charlie Shaw and Chris Cox watching from the sidelines. To Adam Markham, snatched from behind by Saunders. Headed by Dunn. Swiped across his own backyard by King. March standing together. And now racing away from the rest is Toby Allen down the left wing. It will just evade him. Only just. Card for Shay Palmer. I think there's something that's been said to our supporters. And now a delay as the referee is retying his boots. Well, the second half has got a tad heated between Coventry United and Marchtown United. Needlessly say, both sides are locked into their respective positions at the moment. Mullen. Off the head of King. So United look to loop it over the back line. It will be a throw with the Coventry United in their own half of the field on the right-hand side. If you're just joining us here on CUTV, we've had 13 second half minutes, and luckily for Coventry United, they're a man down with Jimmy Richardson sent off for violent conduct. Cotton. He let it run, but no one was making the overlap. It's not been the most pristine of afternoons here at Robin Goodfellow's Lane. And another goal at the set, and it's Bugbrook 0, Ayleston Park 3. I think we can safely say now we will be saying goodbye to Bugbrook St Michael's in the United Counties League Premier Division South. But it crucially remains Easington 2, Atherstone Town 0. So even if United do fall to a defeat here in Cambridgeshire, they will be playing Ayleston Park in the semi-final. Lofted ball by Shaw. Here's Ryan Harkin. Adam Markwell waits in the box. Down line with Mullen. Barges Lil Francisco aside and sets himself up for a bit more room. And Charlie Shaw is going to hit it. Worth a shot. Despite having less of the ball and less of the attacking play, Coventry have had more shots after the break. And an update from the United Counties League North versus South match. Nuneaton are 1-0 down at home to Boston Town. They've dominated the league for the vast majority of the season, but the last month or so has seen the Borough falter. They only just edged over the line. If United can win, it'll mean that they finish only 4 points behind their local rivals. Adam Marco was knocked over in that exchange with Matt Foy, and the referee belatedly gives the free kick. It looks like March are preparing another change. The Hares still have 4 alterations that they can utilise. Sam Green, Adam Brumby, James Hill-Seekings and Evan Watkins. Coventry have Icon Abdul Rahim, Billy Fielding, Lewis Wilson and Omari Brown. Fraser. Hopped in and nodded up by the defender. Harkin was back to goal, retrieves on the edge of the area. Ryan Harkin, and the deft effort from Cody Mullen edges past. Now we will have live and exclusive commentary of the United Counties League playoffs. Make sure you're tuned in this time next week as Coventry United, as it stands, will face Ayleston Park, a side that they have yet to beat this season. 1-0 defeat on the opening day and a draw in the reverse fixture just a month later. It's mad to think that Ayleston haven't played each other in 7 months. At the moment they're set to meet again, with Coventry United a very different side to the one that Ayleston played in the summer. Mullen. It's a neat touch from Anamarco, and Cameron Dunn's making the run down the left-hand side. Anamarco retains possession despite the interests of Karen King. The target smashed away by Lil Francisco. And Palmer lets it run out for the throw-in deep into Coventry turf. Greens in no rush. Neither a march, in fairness. It's almost feeling like a friendly game, although it's not been so friendly. Done. Beautiful through ball for Cody Mullen. He's got space to utilise now, taking on Francisco, and Francisco wins that battle on the far side of the field. The one-on-one falls in favour of March. The referee has to leap out of the way. So that ball heads towards Liam Hook, and hooked well out of danger by Harry Sawyer at right back after replacing Luke Downs. Shaw. Dern, it's snatched away again by Francisco. Cotton. Sent towards the terraces. Adam Miles doesn't care about the ball count, he just wants that ball away from his net. Cotton wants to take the front. It's out of position, so March will regroup and have another go. There's more activity on the March bench than there is the United one. Return to sender, Emmington gets it back from Cotton. King, high header. Adam Miles towers above his opposition. Flicked out wide by Mullen. Now Adam Marco, he's got Hook in front of him and finds Mullen as Coventry United progress. Mullen, Ruben Marshall stands in his path. Here's Hook. Marshall tagged by the hand of Charlie Shaw on his shoulder. United have to keep their discipline. 25 to go at Robin Goodfellows Lane. Marchtown United 0, Coventry United 0. The Red and Greens, as we mentioned earlier, are down to 10 men. Jimmy Richardson sent off for violent conduct on James Saunders. Free kick on the halfway line will be taken by Emmington. Danny Emmington. He goes low, and it's a neat turn by Ruben Marshall, getting away with his opposite number 12. Headed up rather than out by Mullen, and the job finished, driven out of danger by Miles. Harkin beaten to the seconds by Hook. Emmington. Long one towards Cotton. Cushion header by Cotton. Scooped up by Miles, so it's back into his own area. Harry Sawyer. His header keeps March at bay for now. And here's Saunders, couldn't keep the effort down. And March are going to introduce James Hill Seekings. It could well be a double change for the Hares. We can see another substitute getting ready. We definitely know that James Hill Seekings is coming on. And there's two balls on the pitch, and thankfully for March, they found a third one, which was sent high out by Adam Miles earlier. And there is going to be two changes for Marchtown United. And it's Toby Allen who will make way for James Hill Seekings. And Lil Francisco's day is over, and on comes Adam Brumby. One of 5 men to lose their starting roles from the 3-0 win at Easington. That's at Oadby, I should say. No one in a particular risk. There's a particular hurry to get off the field. There's no particular risk for both sides at the moment. As elsewhere, the scores have stayed the same. Addison still 2-0 down at home to Easington Sports. So although it's not been the prettiest of matches here in Cambridgeshire, it's set to be a successful afternoon for the Red and Greens. Fraser done the target, but sent far away from his own box by Saunders, who's now swapped over to the right-hand side. And Brumby onto the left, thrown in front of the home dugout, quickly taken to Saunders. Been a big part in that red card for Jimmy Richardson, snatched away by Short, straight out again. Temperature starting to drop in Cambridgeshire. It's getting a little chilly. The blue sky's been replaced by dark clouds. It's still a pretty sunny afternoon for Coventry United and Marchtown United. They have a broader picture of where their future lies, and Shea Palmer smashes it. James Hill Seekings inside his own area, but Dan Moore is there to collect. Benji Adamarco is back to goal. Ryan Harkin's going to hit it. And it's a brilliant parry by Jonah Gill. Brumby back to Gill. And out for the throw-in on this near side. Best chance of the second half of Coventry United by some distance. Oh, there's movement on the Coventry United touchline. Billy Fielding's warming up. Adamarco stumbling towards the corner, and via a couple of shoves from the March substitutes, Marshall and Brumby, it's out for the goal kick. And more change afoot for Marchtown United. Another two prepared. This will be their final two changes of the afternoon. Saunders skips away from Harkin. Cotton. And Hook lost out to Cameron Dunn. The referee has given advantage as it's slipped away from Dunn, and now the referee has called it back. Lackadaisical from Liam Hook. Let it run away from him. Cameron Dunn snuck in, and on the slide he caught the heels of the number 11. Mullen tried to keep things going, but the advantage had quickly dissolved. Wilson and Murray Brown also looking interested on the bench. Danny Fraser standing over this one. Who can he find in the area? Only finds an amber shirt, but the seconds fall to Benji Adamarco, who won that earlier penalty. Now he's won the corner. Racing through out of play was Adam Brumby. It's Cameron Dunn for Coventry United. They're trying to crowd out Jonah Gill in the goal mouth. Straight from the training ground, straight into the net from Benji Adamarco. The set piece work is paying off for Coventry United. One man down, one goal up. Adamarco found a little pocket of space in the area, connected sweetly with the Bonts. It's his second headed goal of the season. He's turning into a regular Peter Crouch. The best home defence in the league has finally been penetrated at robbing Goodfellows Lane. Benji Adamarco the man to do it. Coventry United are all set for second place and the playoff semi-final against Ayleston Park. Marchtown United 0, Coventry United 1. We've had to wait for the opening goal here on CUTV. It's come with just 19 minutes to go. But Coventry United are in the ascendancy. March look to quickly peg back their visitors with Brumby. The cross charged down by Harry Sawyer. Slipped past Brumby. Shaw only as far as Emmington. Danny Emmington avoids one slide, but takes him into the path of Cody Mullen. And now Adamarco's got the freedom of Cambridgeshire down the right-hand side. He's got Harkin to his left, puts it on a play. Ryan Harkin, last-ditch slide in from Saunders, takes it away from the top scorer. And Adamarco trying to shepherd it into touch. And he's done it, but by the skin of his teeth. The March substitute, Sam Green, who's brought on after the opening goal. Was trying to get there before it bubbled over the line. Sawyer. Return ball by Adamarco. Harry Sawyer again. Twisting and turning away from Marshall. Here's Mullen. United are in their rhythm. They've got their confidence. Gets it back from Adamarco. Cody Mullen. Look for a route in along the edge of the penalty area, but March evading another opportunity, and Charlie Shaw had a bit too much height on that floater for Benji Anamarco. And there's been a goal at Addison Road, and Addison Town have pegged one back through Lewis Collins. It's now Easington 2, Addison Town 1, so it's a good job Coventry United have got that opening goal just to make absolutely certain. Of course, Addison still have to win and hope Coventry United lose if they are to overtake the Red and Greens. It's a big if with so little time to go. King stretches, but it's collected on the far side by Ryan Harkin. Anamarco's in there, still going Ryan Harkin. Has he kept it in? Yes, he has. Anamarco and Cameron Dunn, blocked by Brumby. The second's fall out to Charlie Shaw. Again, Brumby in the way. Now Shaw has another effort, and it's a third block by Brumby. The referee from the clearance gives the free kick to Coventry United. Hill Sea Kings getting a little too acquainted with Shea Palmer. Big shout out to CJ, Tonya and Roy. All messages in the YouTube comment section if you tuned in. Let us know in the comments, we'll give you a shout out. Support means the world to us on this massive season for Coventry United. A record-breaking FA Vars run, a record-breaking league finish. Can they make yet more history with promotion to step forward for the first time? The header into the area by Anamarco, intended for Harkin, is latched onto the near post by Jonah Gill, who has made some impressive saves this afternoon but could do nothing about the header from Anamarco. Too many men in the way. Brumby, Slobodan Mullen doesn't catch Brumby, and Hill Sea Kings trying to glance it on for the on-rushing Ruben Marshall, didn't find him. It will be a throw into Coventry United in their own backyard. If you missed that score update, March, so Addison, I should say, are now only one goal behind Easington Sports. But they would need Coventry United to lose and Addison win. So there still needs to be a fair amount of late drama for Addison to turn it around. Of course, Coventry United are down to 10 men, and they're going to make their second change here with Lewis Wilson coming on. And Cody Mullen is the man making way. A satisfactory return to the first team after a 2-match suspension for collecting 10 yellow cards. Another suspension is heading the Red and Green's way, with Jimmy Richardson now out for the rest of the season. But Mullen is a crucial cog in the Red and Green machine. Lewis Wilson has become all the more integral as the season has progressed. Hasn't always got the goals, but he's always played a part in them. Former Northampton Town striker and a favourite of the Red and Green Army. And the throw-in to come from Harry Sawyer with only 13 minutes of normal time to go. Anamarco. Sawyer runs through and takes the ball with him. Now shoulder to shoulder with Brumby, who stood up well in the last few minutes. Takes it into the corner. Tried to smash it against Sawyer, but they didn't have the legs on it. Sawyer now trapped in the corner and needs some help. 3 amber shirts all over him. Somehow gets it to Harkin. And there's a little love shove in the back of Ryan Harkin from Remington, where he feels it's not enough to give a second penalty of the day. Just to confirm, Evan Watkins has also come on. And it looks like Matt Foy has left the field, as has Ben Tate. Substitutions taking place during the goal celebration, so we didn't have a chance to run through them then. Marshall. back to the March substitute. Overlap being made by Brumby. Adam Brumby to bring March level. Hill seeking stretches. Back out to Ruben Marshall. He won't want to see that one back. More activity on the bench, and Coventry United are going to introduce Omari Brown, the winger, brought back into the Coventry United fold this weekend. Danny Fraser. And Marco, it's lovely control. Harkin, strode down the left, but a tad too soon. Offside given by the linesman. 10 to go at Robin Goodfellow's lane. All is how it should be for Terry Anderson and his men. Wilson sends it high towards the head of Emmington. Another lofted ball collected by Wilson. Playing deep in midfield. Here's Benji Adamarco. Sawyer, and Adamarco's going to make another dart down the right-hand side. Emmington gets there first. Can he shepherd it into touch? Yes, he can. It's brilliant strength on show from the March number 5. And now here comes Coventry United's third change. Well, they wanted to anyway. The linesman flagged for it, but they started too quickly. Marchtown United. Here's Hook. Brumby. Hill seeking out of position. Shea Palmer sticks it into touch on the halfway line. Now here comes the third change for Coventry United. And we know it's Omari Brown coming on. And it's Ryan Harkin who will leave the field. Doesn't add to his 34 goals during the regular campaign, but what a season the former Coventry Spinks and Addison man has had. Took him a while to really get into his stride under Ellis Lane, but with Jamie Bakaski taking interim charge for a couple of months, Harkin found his feet and he has truly flourished under his old manager Terry Anderson from his Highgate United days. The job done for Ryan Harkin, and now for Coventry it's all about consolidation. Maintain the 1-0 lead, maintain second place in the league, and maintain their advantage at home in the semis, and if they get there, the final. Green. Here's Brumby. You can see the dust flying off Brumby's boot. It's like watching the Roadrunner against Wile E. Coyote. And the header out on the far side, Cameron Dunning shoring that Cotton wouldn't have a chance for a second cross. It's a corner kick to March. Will it be another corner goal at Goodfellas Lane? No, it won't. Collected and cleared by Palmer at the far post. Here's Omari Brown, his first touching the ball. Adamarco floated towards Shaw, playing a little further upfield. And now Cameron Dunn gives chase against the veteran Liam Hook, and he will get there first. Omari Brown's waiting in the area and headed towards this near side by Brumby, and flying in to try and get his head on the ball was Brown, and the referee's given the free kick. There's no doubt at all that Brown was going for the ball, but collision was worthy of the whistle to be blown. And, well, Cody Slicer Sung Ju is not particularly flattering of Coventry United in the comments. I won't read those ones out, but we're glad to have you here, Cody. Shaw. Snatch it from Hook. Hook's got it back. Marshall onto it now. Brumby slips the through ball down just over the line. And Ruben Marshall not too happy with Harry Sawyer trying to clear the ball. And Charlie Shaw asking Ruben Marshall, what are you going to do? Oh, he's a lovely chap, Charlie Shaw. You don't want to get on the wrong side of him. It's like if Robbie Williams was crossed with Brock Lesnar. And the United fans to our right-hand side enjoying what they're seeing so far. March struggling to find an edge in the closing stages of the second half. This could be it. Palmer launched in with a chunky challenge on Sam Green. Referee says it's fair game. 5 minutes to go. And they're now into added time at Addison Road. Easington still 2-1 up. And change number 4 for Coventry United. On comes teenage midfielder Billy Fielding on loan from Redditch United. And the Robbie Lesnar hybrid is making his way off. Charlie Shaw leaves the field. Well, Daventry are having a field day against Northampton Sowerby Rangers. They're 3-0 up at Elderstubs. Bugbrook 0, Ayleston Park 3 remains the current scoreline at the set, ending Bugbrook's step 5 run at the moment. Hopefully see them back eventually. Odeby also going down. Brumby, Coventry piling everyone back. Here's Hook. Cameron Dunn was back there, and there were muted appeals as Saunders flew in for their header. I don't think Cameron Dunn did anything particularly illegal there. And Moore's kick was aimed towards Amari Brown, but its destination was very nearly the car park. Just one more change for Coventry United to use. That would be the under-21 centre-back Icon Abdul Rahim. Be his second first-team appearance, made his debut against Bugbrook on Wednesday. Palmer with the clearance from the throw-in, and it's sent straight back to the same position that Dan Moore sent it a couple of seconds earlier. It's almost like there's a magnet in that section of the stadium here at Robin Goodfellows Lane. Hook. Cushions it back, and March hoping for a late reprieve, and oh, cheeky stuff from Harry Sawyer. The through ball intended for Brumby, just lets it roll through his legs. Well, score update from the Premier League. Newcastle had equalised through Asula, but now a late winner from Trufair has brought Bournemouth back in front. Again, March going for these long balls down the wing. They are particularly wayward. It's the 3rd minute of stoppage time at Addison Road. If it stays as it is, it doesn't matter what Coventry United do in the closing minutes at Robin Goodfellows Lane. There's only 3 minutes of normal time left here. Couldn't control on this near side, throwing Coventry United just over the CUTV camera about 10 yards into their own half of the field. Yaxley's 0-0 draw would have been enough to keep them up anyway, even if Bugbrook had won, so Yaxley have done their bit. Wilson's header, Brumby in the centre of the park, Billy Fielding, only as far as Hook. The target is Saunders on the right wing, drags Cameron Dunn down. Referee doesn't even wave play on, felt that it was fair. Sam Green, options left, right and centre. Picks out Ruben Marshall, who came on at half-time and tried to sneak it in at the near post. He'll have to get up pretty early to catch out Dan Moore from that position. It's Moore. Rolls up onto the chest of Saunders. Cotton. His hook. Slices it into the sky. Green's up there. Bruising header by Shea Palmer. It looked like an errant arm. Has hit Green in the back of the head. So the referee stops the game. And it's actually good news for Danny Fraser, who fell to the ground as well. He's quickly back on his feet, as is the number 14 for March. And Icon Abdul Rahim is on his feet. Is he going to be brought on? He's going for a quick warm-up. And it's all over at Addison Road. Easington Sports 2, Addison Town 1. And that seals it. Coventry United will finish in second place. And Marchtown United will face Addison in the semi-final. Emmington. Here's Brumby. It matters little what Coventry United do now in terms of the league position, but they won't want to lose this. Great last-ditch defending from Palmer as Brumby was looking to marshal his way in from a tight angle. Hook dispossessed by Cameron Dunn. And Dunn caught in the chest by King. Referee says nothing doing, but Dunn is left in a heap. And Terry Anderson, as animated as I've ever seen him. Well, play continues, but Dunn is still down. It's not a head injury, so the referee doesn't legally have to stop the match. And March are going to stop it even. Now the referee stops it. The boot did look a tad high. Cameron Dunn caught in the chest. And it did not look like a smooth landing. Well, we are now into the first minute of added time. Final score also at the set. Bugbrook St Michael's 0, Ayleston Park 3. Bugbrook are officially relegated from the United Counties League Premier Division South. So that's the two big permutations sealed on the final day of the regular United Counties League season. Playoffs still to come in the next 2 weeks. And Icon Abdul Rahim is going to be brought on for Cameron Dunn. But this is the last thing Coventry United needed, the last dredgings of a match, which due to results elsewhere really mattered little. Lucy Stead, our head of fitness and physio, checking on the condition of Dunn, who does not look happy at all. Full time also at Daventry, 3-0 win for the Purples against Northampton Sowerby Rangers. Leicester Nirvana earning a 0-0 draw at home to Histon, who could have gone above Ayleston Park if they had won, and Ayleston Park were defeated at away at Bugbrook St Michael's. But Histon, the Stoots, are going to be in step 5 for another year. So only 2 matches are still going. That's Yaxley against Amesbury, remains 0-0 there. And here at Robin Goodfellow's Lane between Coventry United and March. And Cameron Dunn is unsurprisingly being withdrawn. On comes Icon Abdul Rahim, the under-21 centre-back. I'm glad to say that Cameron Dunn is back on his feet, but he needs help to get off the field. Head in hands from Luke Mawson, the assistant manager. United star players are dropping like flies at the moment. Good news for a local footballer for Coventry, although he doesn't exactly live local anymore, but James Madison is on the bench for Spurs this afternoon, the first time he's been involved all season. We are now underway. We've had 3 minutes of stoppage time, but 2 minutes of that has been taken up with the injury to Cameron Dunn. Brumby's header across, looking for Hill Seekings. Shea Palmer mops it up, and now Amari Brown playing at right wing back at the moment. Here's Anna Marco, holds up play, looking for Wilson in the centre, but steaming up from the back is Anna Miles, only as far as Saunders. Wilson in again, it's collected by Hook. Emmington looking left for support in Adam Brumby. Brumby, first touch too close to Palmer, but he's done ever so well to avoid Palmer. He couldn't avoid Amari Brown. There was a drag on the arm from the United captain. The referee didn't see it or didn't care. And he cared about that one. Adam Marco, really a nonchalant bit of contact there on Emmington. The referee feels it's enough. Headed clearance by Palmer on the edge of the area with a bit of help from Wilson. We get another crack at it. And Marco looked to flick it down the right wing for Amari Brown. Adamarco knocked down. Harry Sawyer intervenes in the penalty area, but Adam Miles was caught in possession and had no choice but to tap it out for the corner kick under pressure from James Hill Seekings. Now Adam Marco is the latest player to feel the wrath of the injury gods. Well, thankfully Adam Marco can continue. This could be March's last chance. The hands of Dan Moore, the header across by Emmington, comes to nothing. Brumby. The door is still ajar for March. Now it isn't. Wilson up towards Benji Adamarco. Oh, and Adamarco is curtailed because the ball hit the referee. He took some time to get going anyway, so I think the avenue of approach was about to hit a roadblock. Drop ball is given to Shea Palmer, who sticks his laces through it. Brumby heads away from Adamarco. It's Kevin King. Fraser gets his head onto it. And now Icon Abdul Rahim playing in midfield. Adamarco knew he was offside as Icon looked for that through ball. It's all over. Coventry United wrap up the runners-up spot. A solitary goal in the second half from Benji Adamarco sets up. Ayleston ended their season in style with a 3-0 victory over now relegated Bugbrook St Michael's. It's not the way Coventry would have wanted to see their season end with Jimmy Richardson sent off, but points are points and points mean prizes, and the prize for the Red and Greens is home advantage in the semi-final against 5th place Ayleston Park, and if they can best their Leicestershire opposition, they'll be at home again in the final. Final score here on CUTV, live from Robbing Goodfellows Lane. Marchtown United 0, Coventry United 1. And that'll do us here on CUTV. Thanks very much for joining our commentary stream. We'll see you on Saturday as we welcome Ayleston Park to the Nick Newbold Stadium. Ticket details and the match confirmation will be unveiled hopefully tonight on our social media pages, so keep an eye on that one and we'll try and get the highlights up for you this evening. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.